What is going on, superstar? How you doing? This is Angus of Boss Fitness, and big thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for stopping by to check out 5 ways that you can easily be avoiding Christmas weight gain. So it's that time of year where it's just hot AF, in other words, super hot. Currently in Perth, it is 41 degrees, and I've been sweating bricks today with my new ink. It's been, not very comfortable wearing a singlet, so shirts off for today's video. But it is festive season, it is the Christmas season. Get excited. This time of year is when, like most of us have normally naturally knocked off work. We're sort of starting to let our hair down, literally. And, it's all about the food usually, yeah. And for many of us, statistics show that we put on between 2 and 5 kilos if we're not careful. In other words, it happens fairly easily, yeah. And I'm someone that loves food, okay? Guarantee you that if you're watching, you don't love food as much as I do. Like, I would literally challenge any of you. When it comes to food and when it comes to Christmas, obviously there's when people are saying yes to that dessert, yes to extra helpings of food, yes to this, yes to that, and no to workouts, and being sort of more lenient with themselves and just kind of going, oh yeah, you know what, I'll just start on January again, pick it up where I left off, that sort of thing. And if this is you, understand that's going to take you at least 8 to 12 weeks to lose the weight that you gain, okay? So put that into perspective. So time to get stuck into some knowledge bombs. I want to show you some stuff that is very easy to implement. It's going to allow you to still enjoy Christmas like a boss, and therefore rock up to New Year's the exact same weight that you are now, okay, and still enjoying Christmas 110%, okay? Let's get stuck into it. So number 1 is to don't even think about dropping your workouts, okay? So it comes to my attention that even with clients sometimes they're like, oh yeah, I've knocked off work and I got this and this on, so they're saying that they're busy and that they've got all this stuff on. But understand though that the easiest thing that you can do really is just to work out first thing in the morning. Literally get that shit done right away. So even if this means waking up a little bit early or going to bed a bit early so that you can get up early to get it done, regardless, just get it done, because then it means that the rest of the day is open to whatever else you have on, stuff with kids, family things, events, whatever, Christmas shopping if you haven't got it sorted yet. Like, literally get it done first, okay? And it doesn't need to be at the gym necessarily. Like, maybe your gym is shut, maybe you don't have access to weights or whatever. Like, literally just do some home workouts. An example of this might be 40 seconds of hustle. So say for example, picking, 2 upper body exercises, 2 lower body exercises, okay? 40 seconds at one exercise, 20 seconds rest, straight into the next, repeat that for 15 minutes, bam, there's a workout. Like, it's all about looking for ways to make it quick, to make it simple, to still challenge yourself and therefore still be burning energy. Because otherwise what's going to happen is that if you drop your workouts yet increase your energy intake, naturally what's going to happen here is that your thermodynamics go out of whack, and therefore your body's like, oh look, all this extra fuel, and therefore it's going to start storing it and you're going to gain weight, okay? It's as simple as that. So number 1 is to make sure that you do not drop your workouts. Plan ahead for this sort of stuff, block out the time for your workouts and make sure that you still get done as normal. Number 2 is to embrace bro eating whenever it comes time to food. So what I mean by this, and bro eating is basically what I call clean eating. So in other words, where you're eating nutrient dense food, okay? So no matter what the scenario is, even if it's a party, if it's a meal out with friends for Christmas, if it's even Christmas Day, like whatever, what I'd suggest if I was you is to fill up your plate or to make a food choice that is #clean, okay? So say for example, it's Christmas Day, okay? And typically for many of us, this is when it's the buffet, and it's like, yeah, awesome, all this different sort of meat, salad, whatever. If I was you, what I'd actually do is fill up your plate at least halfway with vegetables or the salad stuff, okay? The rest of it basically with meat, okay? And avoid sort of stuff that is laden with mayonnaise sauce and stuff like that. And this is the stuff that's going to get you full for not an extreme amount of calories. And then if you must have some dessert, awesome, but stick to 1 serving, and then that's you sorted. You're going to be really full, you're not going to have a food baby, and therefore you're not going to blow your calories out of the water, okay? Because usually what happens is the obviously person gets into self-justification mode, like where it's just like, oh, you know what, I've been good, I've hustled all year, it's time to let my hair down. And yes, obviously, like if you do let your hair down for a couple of days or whatever, it isn't going to make or break your success, okay? But it's obviously the days that follow. In other words, this creates within you that slack sort of mentality and whatever, and therefore the longer that sort of goes on, the more weight you're going to gain and the harder it's going to feel for you to go back towards your normal sort of hustle, okay? So if you must have a free for day or whatever for Christmas, do it, but then go straight back to normal Boxing Day or the day after. Don't allow it to span out for multiple weeks and therefore increase how much weight you're going to gain, alright? But when it comes to obviously preventing weight gain altogether and still hustling like what I'm going to be doing, embrace what I said before, eat as much bro food as you can. That's what's going to get you full for not many calories, and therefore you can just, enjoy the good times because you'll have your plate nice and full, you'll be munging away, and therefore happy days all around. Number 3 is smart shopping. Okay, usually what I tend to see is that people, when it comes to Christmas time and filling up their Christmas trolleys and whatever, is that they usually don't have a list and they're usually not planned. In other words, they're cruising around going, oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, this would be pretty cool as well. Oh, that would be pretty sweet. Oh, that's on special, I'll get some of that. And they're cruising along in the shopping trolley, you know, loading up and all sorts of different stuff. And yes, this is cool because it's all yummy food, but the thing here though is that if you don't have any plan, you're just gonna eat whatever, and chances are, obviously because it's Christmas, it's gonna be lots of calorie-rich foods, and therefore you're gonna blow yourself into a surplus, okay? Meaning that here, like if you're unaware, regardless of how clean you think that you're eating, if you're giving your body more than what it needs consistently, you're gonna gain weight. There's no two ways about it, okay? So what I suggest is that when it comes to shopping, make sure that you're obviously getting your proteins, okay? Choose your lean meats, whatever, or if you're vegetarian, you know, obviously your alternate protein sources. Stock up like there's no tomorrow on your veggies and your fruit and stuff like that, because this will be what the, you know, the basis of most of your dishes will be. You get your carb sources, okay, so your sweet potato, your rice, whatever. Obviously you've got your pantry staples, and then obviously, you know, pick which sweets you're going to be having, okay? And then that's it. Don't just go overboard, because if you've got extra stuff in the house, you know, and whatever, well then it's obviously, you know, oh, it's in the house, I've got to eat it, that sort of thing. If this is happening, well then this is once again going to be something that will lead to overeating. So so shop smartly, okay? Shop smartly. Number 4 is to plan ahead your booze intake, all right? So what I mean by this is that, yes, you can still be drinking booze anytime throughout the year and be losing weight and be dropping body fat, okay? So just because it's Christmas doesn't mean you need to go absolutely to town, but if you do want to go to town, well then I suggest you plan ahead. So what I mean by this is that you utilize tracking applications like MYFITNESSPAL, okay? So all this is simply just a matter of literally actually going into MYFITNESSPAL, logging in the drinks that you want to be having at night or for the event or whatever it is, and then just work backwards from there. So the rest of your intake you'll fill up with the foods that you want, and therefore you'll still hit your intake and not blow it like there's no tomorrow, okay? And when it comes to booze choices, like obviously things like red wine and stuff like that are usually like 150 calories a piece in terms of a serve, but you could go for something like, you know, obviously most of you ladies tuning in, you know, like vodka and gin and stuff like that, right? Very good low calorie alternatives. Maybe even add some Coke Zero to it or some sugar-free cordial or whatever. Bam, you got yourself a winner, okay? So plan ahead as best you can. This obviously applies to booze and everything else, because if you fail to plan, well then you know, basically setting yourself up for stuffing up and failure, yeah? So be diligent, be that extra bit proactive, and therefore, boss, you're gonna be enjoying booze and still getting lean and preventing weight gain altogether. Number 5 is to keep your day active. All right, be moving, be productive, still be proactive. Just because it's Christmas doesn't mean you have to chill out and do Netflix and chill all the time, okay? Because what I tend to see happening with those that I work with and just with friends and seeing trends happening on social media is that if you're just chilling out all the time and just bumming about on the couch and not moving or whatever, what this will then lead to very frequently is boredom eating. So usually this then means that you're gonna go, all right, cool, just gonna go to the cupboard, open it up, oh, what's, you know, whatever, and you're gonna be munging away on things like chocolate, chips, convenience food, whatever. You're definitely likely not gonna be, you know, munging away on celery sticks and carrot sticks, are you? No, right? So in this sort of scenario, seek ways to be moving. Okay, obviously, yes, you're doing your workouts, whatever, but actually seek ways to be moving. Go for little walks, go for bike rides, go for swimming, like just find ways to make movement fun. This will mean that your body's gonna be burning more calories to compensate for the likely fat that you're gonna be eating more, and therefore, happy days, you're gonna be fine, and therefore you can still have time to chill, but just don't chill all the time just because it's Christmas, okay? Because this is gonna, you know, throw things out of whack and likely cause you to gain weight. And boom, there we have it, 5 easy things that you can be implementing to be able to reduce your chances of gaining weight over the holidays. And if you're diligent with these, literally you're not going to gain any weight at all, and you'll still be enjoying it like a boss. Because literally when you think about it, what out of those things sounds hard? None of it. All it is just being a little bit proactive, planning ahead a little bit, being diligent, and therefore creating awesome results while still being able to enjoy Christmas, okay? And if you're someone that wants to actually learn some more tips, what I encourage you to do is click below. You'll see a link to an ebook that me and my friend Catherine made together, a nice little collab piece where I share some extra tips. These ones that I shared in there aren't featured in here, okay? So some extra ones that you can be applying. Really, really cool, free for you to download as well, so just drop below in the description box, you will see it, you can just click on it, bam, it's yours to check out, okay? 100% free as a Christmas gift to each of you for checking out this video. And hey, please, if you're new to this channel, welcome! Make sure that you press subscribe, okay? That way you can gain access to all the cool videos within the channel and all of my future ones, so that way you get notified, okay? Would love for you to be amongst the community. And if you're obviously a returning viewer, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a like, it would mean a lot to me, and look forward to seeing you in future videos. And guys, if we aren't yet connected on social media, scroll below in the description box. Let's connect. Follow me on our Facebook. You can email if you want. If you're old school, Instagram, the works. Scroll below. Let's connect, and have an amazing Christmas. Big love, and I'll catch you. Well, I guess, time of year it is 2017, I guess, unless I make a video beforehand. Big love, guys. Catch ya.